all, welcome to my channel. I have a new book review recommendation for all of y'all. This review might be a little long, but I swear this book is worth it. This book is called From the Top by Jaqueline Snowe. So as usual, I will read the blurb and then recap, review, and rate the book at the end. So we'll start with the blurb and just go from there. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get started. Cammy Simpson is the it girl. At least until a string of terrible decisions leads to no boyfriend, no captainship of the dance team, and no fancy apartment. Due to a mold outbreak at her place, she's forced to relocate to a co-ed dorm as a senior. And to top it off, she finds out she's at risk of not graduating due to an error in her schedule. Talk about the worst senior year ever. Frederick Brady IV would never admit the massive crush he once had on the dance darling. Not to anyone. They'd almost had a moment a year ago, but she crushed him. So she's the last person he wants to live next to. It doesn't matter though. He's on his way to he's on his way out to an internship and almost done with school, where he can leave his heartbreak and data foes behind. Neither expected to form a friendship or know what to do about their insane chemistry. With late nights, inside jokes, and the rare comfort they find in each other, lines blur, and the popular girl gets with the nerdy guy. Only Freddie's done this before and knows how it ends. His insecurities clash with Cammy's need to be picked first. So when Freddie has to choose where to attend his internship, he can either pick the job or the girl. And for the guy who's set on protecting his heart, well, he might break hers in the process. Okay guys, spoiler alert is now. So you might want to go read the book now and, you know, take your time reading it and then come back and we can talk about it if you'd like. Or you can just stick around and I can spoil it for you because I'm about to. Anyways, okay. Nothing seems to be going right for Cammy. She didn't make dance captain. Then she finds out her place has mold and must relocate to the dorms, or the co-ed dorms at Central State. Cammy also finds out Freddie is in the same situation as her. And you get the feeling Cammy is just determined to make it. She has her hopes and dreams of owning her own dance studio. She's majoring in dance, minoring in business, so then she has ownership of a dance studio. The school counselor at one point seems like she doesn't care at all and and judges Cammy for changing her major. You know, I don't like the school counselor at all in this book. I'm sure that was what the author was trying to point out, like, don't like the counselor, she's just kind of judgy. So Cammy didn't make the role of captain on the dance team, which she truly wanted. She wanted that position. The dance team coach named Audrey thinks Cammy has no leadership skills. And then that position was given to a girl named Daniela, who apparently shows leadership. And Daniela has a moment in this book where it should make all the dancers question her leadership, or not her leadership necessarily, but just her behavior in general. And Cammy advises her not to show this type of behavior again since she is captain of the dance team. So in a way, I felt like Cammy did show leadership in that moment. Her tough love persona came off as leading at that point. You know, Freddie remembers a moment that him and Cammy had like a year ago, and it still haunts him. He doesn't want to interact with her because of what had happened after they had their moment. So he comes off a little bit mean to her at first. But because they are in close proximity of each other, he tries to show his soft side to her. And Freddie had been dumped by a girl, I believe her name was Maddie. Yeah, Maddie. And she thought that he was too boring, too safe, just etc. And she cheated on him. And she seems to want to contact him a lot in the book, and she always says that she misses him. Freddie already knows she considers him as safe and wouldn't hurt her like the other jerks that she had hooked up with after they had broken up did. You know, that's hurtful. I don't believe having a dedicated boyfriend is boring, to be honest. I don't believe in that. Plus, Freddie feels pressured by his father and his uncle to take the internship at his uncle's company. So, you know, these two people have a lot riding on them. So Freddie and Cammy have a few moments with each other. Freddie helps her out with Daniela when she gets drunk, which is the behavior that I talked about earlier. Cammy let Daniela have her dorm rooms, and then she went out to the living room commons area. And Freddie follows her out and stays out there with her so she doesn't have any unpleasant encounters with anyone who resides in the dorm or says anything to her or anything like that. So, you know, it's kind of like he's kind of like supporting her in that sense. Then these two finally become friends. They start to becoming friends. Cammy had a bad day, and Freddie wanted to try to cheer up by taking her to these tunnels that are under the school, and they almost get caught. Almost. Then they go to the bars, but Freddie asks her not to leave with anyone. Cammy was confused about that, and Freddie actually reminded her of the moment that they had a year ago, and she had left with some guy. So Cammy clears the confusion and misunderstanding because she didn't go anywhere with this guy. The guy in question was a boyfriend to one of the girls that's on the dance team, and he needed to be hospitalized. So she helped him go to the hospital, and when she came back, Freddie wasn't at the bar anymore. Sorry, he wasn't at a bar. It was at a party. So while in this bar, Freddie sees his ex-girlfriend Maddie, and she is so cold to him, to Cammy obviously, but she seems to be whiny and not comprehending her role in the breakup of her and Freddie. So Freddie and Cammy end up leaving anyway, so then they're not like breathing in this bad aura of energy from this chick. Cammy quits the dance team due to feeling mistreated by Audrey, the dance coach. The team practiced a dance routine or number, and then on game day, Audrey changes it by putting Cammy in the back of the line. And Cammy wasn't happy about that because she was just like, we rehearsed it over and over again with me right here. Why are you putting me in the back all of a sudden? And basically Audrey tells her to do it or leave the team. So Cammy, fed up at this point, she does quit the team after the dance routine is over and then goes to a party and gets drunk. Freddie finds her and takes good care of her. She makes a couple of attempts toward him by trying to kiss him, and he flat out says to her that he doesn't want her hurt when he does finally kiss her. He's basically not rejecting her. He's just basically saying, I don't want you to feel like you're hurt right now from all these events that are happening. I don't want you to have your mind on that. I want your mind on me. So yeah, in a way he wasn't actually rejecting her. He was just telling her, I do want you, but I want you to want me for the right reasons. The next day, Daniela and the rest of the girls on the dance team find Cammy and tell her they tell her they have a plan to stage a meeting with Audrey and ask her what her issues are with Cammy. Because according to the other girls on the team, Audrey badmouths Cammy to each of them. And they have no idea why, and honestly, neither does Cammy. But Cammy is overall touched by the team caring for her, and it made her feel wanted. It made her feel needed. So later on, Freddie and Cammy finally kiss and hook up. As nerdy as Freddie appears in this book, he is a romantic guy. Like, you never really know someone until you get to know them. And I love how these two bonded as friends and then moved forward to a relationship. There are some things that stand in their way of their own happiness, like their own insecurities. Cammy doesn't want to feel second, and Freddie is a people pleaser, but he's been told he's boring and not adventurous enough. So these two constantly feel like they're judged and misunderstood. And it does show throughout the whole book. I mean, Jaqueline Snowe really did showcase that throughout the whole book, that these two are constantly misjudged, mistreated, and they lean on each other. What I got from this book is the one you're with should love you, never judge you, always support you, and trust you, and it should be reciprocated back. And apparently nerds can be kinky. Okay guys, that's actually it for me today. Thank you Grace Promotions and Jaqueline Snowe for providing an ARC for me. I loved this book from the top. It was a great read. I give it a 5-star rating. Please go read it. It's out now. So I hope all of you have a good day and a fantastic week, and I'll see you next Monday.